Thank you very much, Program Director, and thank you, everybody. There's this lovely story of this boy, Nkube, and you know how they hang around Mudi Molong and all that. And so as he's there, parking cars, and that's the other thing. I don't know why ladies always trust these guys. you know, Eh, no, really, because I always find, I think ladies, you trust them more. Because bahava responda, ba responda ka bo sister, you know. Because, I mean, how do you trust a person who ring how direct or and Luana, you just follow the hand. And the next thing is, go. And or, how some put or cat tool. Sister. Not get away, But I'm telling you this other one because, it refers to this environment that I find myself in. I never thought I'll find myself in academia, So this boy, he's busy parking cars, and as he goes and he sees his teacher who used to teach him English, maybe grade 11. I say, hello, ma'am. And ma'am say, hi, who are you? And I'm like, how, ma'am? Have you forgotten me? You used to teach me English. Ma'am, and I so get away from here. Now he wants to boast to his friends, And he says, hey, gents, do you see this lady? I'm what I am. Because of her. But the thing is, he meant it in a good way. Because today he can speak English because of the teacher, So guys, this morning has been a very serious morning, dealing with heady issues. So I think, in my next life, I'll get to a space where I deal with such heady issues and make, barracking presentations, get on a level, have the passion, Professor Crane, Sudin, and even Professor Bauer, and really speak about, really serious issues so that when I address them, and I address them with such vigor and verve, and so that you must understand what I'm saying, because when I, and you must hear me when I say, I'll get lost. But guys, ladies and gentlemen, I am here doing a presentation of Komeng. Komeng is a play that I co-created in 1998. And why creating Komeng in 1998? Because as a young man at the age of 24, I discovered that, there was an element in me that was very quick with the hand, But the fortunate part of it was I had this little voice inside of me that said, "Where's Angmar? Why are you doing this?" And earlier on, the young man who was here spoke about transformation starting from within. And I think for now, that was the beginning of my transformation. Because from that little voice, then there was a huge interrogation that went through. And that journey led to finding personal insecurities, found as well that, I have a starter. People don't realize that I do. I do start a bit. But when I'm angry, it becomes worse. So when I struggle and I go, then one unleashed. But that journey went on, I think, from 1984. I started practicing by using time out since from 1984. You know, I was only 24 years old. And I'm sure a lot of university students around here, they are basically around my age, if not just a little less. You know, but that journey started from that age, 24, until when in 1998, I heard of a group in Alexander. There was an NGO that dealt with domestic violence, and they had a young men's program. And I heard that the young men wanted to do a play. And I went to meet these young men, and I said, hey, I hear you want to do a play, and this is the subject that I would want to interrogate, because it had been working on my mind. So I think one of the things that when you realize with transformation doesn't happen just like this. It takes time, it takes introspection, it takes observation, but it takes also, the most important thing, acting on it. Because during that whole period, I was acting on it. And then come that day, the boys, I meet with them, and they say, yeah, no, Brasileiro, man, we just, we want to do this play, because we want to show people how we have changed. And my first question was, changed from what? And this play coming, which for those who are petty speaking, it talks about going to the initiation school for a rite of passage. But we're not going to the physical combing. We're using combing as a metaphor. And instead of going through the physical combing, they go through a psychological combing. And it's a psychological initiation, it's a psychological interrogation of pain. So this play is based on 4 young men who go through that journey. And you see on stage there is Afrimen Rising. And this is a campaign that I launched in TUT Garankuwa. When I was at TUT, they did a play, and I realized that there was a problem, because I think it was a problem, it was a play about rape. And I said, hey man, this subject, man, is very close to my heart, but also the subject of how we can, how we can begin to transform or change, thinking patterns in masculinity. And when I engaged with Baraking, there was a lady, I can't remember the position, Miss Ntombi Mahlangu. And we discussed this thing, and he said, no, well, come launched it here. And and that was it. As we speak, Afrimen Rising was launched on the 28th of July in Garankuwa. But I wanted to share this because for me, that journey was a journey about character building. And one of the things that we ignore, as a child, we're taken from sub-A or grade 1, it tells my age, doesn't it? From grade 1 to grade 12. And for all that 12 years, you are just being prepared to be a cog in the economic machine. There's nothing that prepares you on how to be a man or on how to be a woman. And by that time when you finish, you are almost, because even as you are about to finish, you're thinking, I've got a 20-year-old boy, and a 19-year one. And they always already think that, hey man, you see, even when they walk, they feel like they're men, you know what I mean? But one thing that you realize, manhood is not only in the body, but it's in the mind. But when the mind hasn't really been prepared to deal with manhood, that becomes a problem in itself. And I would like to share this saying, because I think this saying, this poem actually, written by August Wilson, it's in the beginning of a play of his that I just got the rights, called Fences. There might be those who have seen the movie, Fences. And what I love about the play is that it deals with the problems of masculinity and how, when it is damaged, how it just continues to damage through generation, because the main character's father was, in a certain way, his son actually becomes a replica, a DNA replica of his father. And then he wants to pass on that to his own son. But August Wilson starts, the play. In the beginning of the play, he has this poem which he has written, and he says, "When the sins of our fathers visit us, we do not have to play host. We can banish them with forgiveness, and as God in his largeness and laws." And I think what I would like to say is that as we go into this whole transformation thing, let's find a way of not hosting our father's sins and ghosts, because that is another thing that is really, really, really troubling us, and begin a renewal even also in rebuilding our character and rebuilding our new selves. In those few words, ladies and gentlemen, I open up to the guys to start the play. Please give them a big hand.
But first, we are gathered here because of the disgrace that our brother has put on our manhood. Guys, the woman made this brother to put himself on a life-threatening position. He came halfway from meeting his ancestors. If he wasn't man enough, he would have been dead by now. But here he is. He has survived death. Ubuya kwabafileyo because he's a man. Abafazi abangendawo kule ndawo.
Nangoku plus putting our dignity down of being men. But for was from high school, I dealt with things like a man. Yeah. Everything I did as a man. But new times, I mean. Huh? I multiply and produce. If a woman gives me trouble, I replace her with another one. No, a woman is not supposed to control our lives. A woman is the firstborn child of a man. Even God, when he created a woman, he took a rib from me and created a man, a person. And then he took a rib. He created a man first, me. And then he took my rib and made a woman. What is the function of the rib? It's to protect the heart. But now why does the rib, the protector of my own heart, cause pain to my heart? If it's like that, and also she has a big mouth, I do one thing or the other. Either I'm ravaza or she packs her things and go.
And Plaza, how did you grow up, yeah? No, you shouldn't be how did you grow up? Because you know how I was raised. Manu yang mangaza cho. You behave like a move. Not to call my pay. You behave as though you never grew up amongst men. Begami, surrounded by old maids, Zwab. My mother was no father. But look what I turned out to be. A man. She made sure I played the games that men played. Said the things men said. Behaved like a man behaves. Teenager, we were 7 kids. 3 sisters before me, 3 sisters after me. I was right in the middle. But when it came to it, discipline, I been disciplined gone. From top to bottom. Starting high and the firstborn, right down to the lastborn. I mean, damn. Am I a man or what? And all this, thanks to my mom. You know, sometimes when my elder sister would beat me up and I ran to my mother, she'd say, Osborne, beaten by a girl. Go back and beat her and show her you're a man. Oh, and I would go back, boy. Smoking like Joe Fraser. Floating like a butterfly. And I'd sting like a bee. I mean, damn. Am I a man or what? When I hear a woman, it's like she's been run down by a tractor. No woman makes me cry is what my mother taught me. Anyway, that little witch in that woman of yours has made you want to kill yourself. And then we out in what kind of a man are you? Of going out with these women who worship Beijing. Even this paper that they bought from Beijing. They themselves don't understand what's written on there. Because it's written in Chinese, man. And like these women are frustrated. And then when you are allowing them to take their frustrations out on you. Mina, fucking pa. A little Chinese man will come out running, Wing Chong Chop Su, Hongwe, a Chiman from Alex Soli, me fear him. Of behaving like these cheese boys from SNT. Oh, my woman has dumped me. Don't you know there's no such thing as a good woman? Every woman is good out of a good man. Mina, I don't get dumped because I'm a good man. I dump her because I'm a man. Bananabuchi from the north with their twang. They like to fly high, me driving them in my BMW, buying them on my pizza. And when I say, baby, take us kanjan, she says, no, I only like you as a friend. We're just going out on a date. And I say, baby, you eat my man. And now, I eat you. And especially, Mina, I get my card. Finish and class. I want to plaza. Today, we are going to reinitiate you into manhood. Do you remember Koma? K-O-M-A.
Kenneth for the K.
Osborne for the O.
McGregor for the F.
Oh, brief for the A. Together we are Koma, the initiation school for boys, Mashuburu, Amakenkwe. We take them through the rite of passage. So indoda inhloko yekhaya indoda ndimhle kuthena unjongile nje ufuna ukunithini indoda soze wangenza kwanto
Yini indoda? Insika yekhaya. Yini indoda?
What is a man? A man is a river flow under the nature. A man is a liu in the fault. I kiss net and eat so savor. Uma vitiza shige. Uma kolite nguge. Indoda le.
Yini indoda? Indoda umakwa ngezipayeni samanye amadoda. Ngithi indoda ayibuza ukuthi ilale kuphi. Yini indoda? Yimi indoda. Ngidla inyama ngiphuza utshwala. Umfazi ngeke angitshele lutho. Noma ungangihlahlela amehlo ngeke ngikwenze next. Ngoba ngiyindoda. yes, oh my. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Buffett.
Hey, Plus, how could you do that? There's an ocean full of these people. Yakuzenza Shima. Umapewa is not the only woman in the world. Women are not a handful. They are a landful. And there's still a lot where this one came from. Stick around with me, you will have more.
Here's the repentant shaman speaking. Mtshele, boy. No, mtshele.
Ngimancane Thamza.
No, mtshele. Isn't that what I taught you? Umuntu ngeke umconfirm. Even this one, we are not condemning him. Maybe he will change and stop trying to kill himself because of a woman.
No woman makes me cry is what my mother taught me.
Plus, you can't kill yourself over a woman. These people are not a handful. They are a landful.
Did Mapeu call while I was sleeping?
What if she didn't?
Did she or didn't she? You know, something was telling me to take that girl she caught me with home. But my stupid dick said no. Just keep her for a last battalion round.
You should have listened to that little voice.
But she should have returned 3 days later. Did she call?
Yeah, man, she was supposed to have called before she came home, but she didn't. Yabona Plus, if a woman is capable of making you try to kill yourself, she's not good for you. That's it.
I've lost her.
Don't be hard on yourself. These women today, they don't know how to take care of a man.
Man.
Just hang around with me. There's more where this one came from.
You guys who don't understand.
No, we understand. You lost a woman, now you think you lost the whole world. It's only natural.
But it is not natural to lose under those circumstances.
She should have called to let you know that she's coming before.
I should have been faithful.
Nazol. Yes, it's like this woman has soaked her pants in the food that she served you. Begamant, it's like you've been soaked in Stay Soft.
Stop insulting my woman.
She was your woman.
Now she's up for grabs.
Forget about her.
Would you forget about your wife?
No,
So why should I?
she has driven you to the edge.
I've been on the edge ever since I've known that the people who raised me were not my parents. My parents died when I was a baby. My papa killed my mother. The image of that is always in my mind. I should have been faithful.
That doesn't work in our culture.
What culture? I promised that's what I did. I said, baby, I love only you. That's easy to understand. But I did the opposite.
You've gone all soft. When?
And you are hard. How are you hard, Zero?
Very hard, but we are born here.
I did not ask how hard are you. I asked how are you hard.
Now I don't understand your question.
Fanet. The only thing I know is the softness of my woman that makes me strong. God knows I'm messed up.
But Plaza, women are not a handful. They are a landful.
Who would have thought that one day when McGregor would speak such wisdom, eh?
Do you think that you are afraid of women speaking to you? Now we are talking. No, go ahead. This is what our bond was all about. Breaking down the walls of ignorance. Cutting down the unnecessary skin of boyhood and innocence.
At times, you think you know too much.
No, I don't think so. I know so. Why am I called Timeser? Because I kept and keep the time of your growth, the pace of your maturity.
It's true when they say little education is dangerous.
I turned you into a man, my boy.
Pity you failed to make yourself one.
Hey, McGregor, watch your language, man.
You don't talk to me until you know that a man has to earn a living in a decent way.
I Baba, but now you're not talking to times. Count your words when you talk to me.
Yazin, you only need your hit. Yeah. Go get yourself some drugs.
Now, Kumchwelwa is Chuzan. I must have really fallen from grace, eh?
Take the money and go and get yourself some drugs.
And just don't talk to me that way, you piece of shit.
And what would you do?
Bafethu kahle kancane Jensa.
When a Plaza, How is your neck feeling from trying to hang yourself?
Times, what do you call this?
Turning to a thorny bush when it's grown, it stings you.
You didn't turn to me.
Oh, yes, I did. You came running to our school, running away from boarding school because you couldn't handle it. Your father put you in my hands. I took you under my arms. Showed you some tricks in life. And now, because you have a couple of degrees, you think you know it all.
I know that I know more than you do.
No, I don't think so. Because if you knew, you'd show me the path. But no, there you are standing all high and mighty. Are you really that? Little education is not dangerous. It's too much education and using too little of it. Now that's dangerous. And then when what you've undergone through to obtain your degrees should have taught you how to handle yourself. But no, you separated yourself from that, from what could have taught you how to take care of yourself. And in the same time, make us better people as well.
You're not my responsibility.
No, that's why you're wrong.
I know I'm not.
Your environment is your responsibility. How it turns out to be is a reflection of you. Look at the three of you. You're all a reflection of me.
Me and you are not of the same league. Don't even try to compare your knowledge with mine. I'm just keeping the friendship, not to seem like I'm forgetting where I come from.
That's the right step to the right direction.
Stop patronizing me. What I know and what you know are not of the same criteria. Your idiotic imagery does not impress me at all.
You don't have to insult me.
I'm not insulting you. I'm just telling you that my knowledge is of high quality and standard than yours.
Now you are insulting the intelligence and the wisdom of our ancestry. If you are so knowledgeable, tell me, what makes your wife feel good in bed?
Don't drag my wife into this.
Well, she's part of my knowledge. While you were busy hopping from one townhouse to another, one flat to another, from one hotel room to another, having those little girls, the students in your BMW, I was taking care of what mattered to your wife. Making your home fires burning.
And bent the innocence of your own daughters in the process. Now, does that make you feel good in bed, screwing your own children? I don't know why I'm keeping company with people like you. Only God knows.
Don't speak to me like that, man. Don't speak to me like that.
McGregor.
Why don't you just try?
Yeah, McGregor, you're pointing a gun at me.
McGregor kahle.
Blaza, ngeke ngizomubonisa inyoka ukuthi unga.
Hey, do you even know my mother?
Times.
Don't think that when you have your way with my wife, you have it with me. If this face looks like a vagina, this is one vagina you're never going to fuck. Not even rape your child fuck.
McGregor, mfethu awukade mfethu. Please, McGregor.
Shut up. Don't think I don't know that you've also tried your luck.
What? With my woman? Hey, I'd kill a son of a bitch.
Who would you kill? You don't even have a wife. Just fucking face up to your sickness when I know times are, man.
You are vain. About fast, na machirbe parmina, I bang them.
No, you rape them.
To me, it's sex at first love. First comes sex, then comes love. But let me find you on top of my woman, or hear that you fucked her. I'll pump bullets in your ass, boy.
How self-predictory, because that's how you're going to end.
McGregor, man, put that thing down. But first, let's talk like men, gents.
Men! Where are they, Blaza? Tell me, where are they? I need to talk to real men. I've got a rapist for a friend, a child molester, and a batterer.
Pity your wife doesn't see me as a batterer.
Oh gosh, now it's times, mfethu.
That's because she's doing what you expect of a woman. She's not thinking when she's with you. She just spreads her legs. Now tell me, uzobumshayela, eh? I mean, look, times. Why don't you just take her for a wife then? I mean, you've already had her. Now take her and let's see if she's not going to be a statistic.
McGregor,
You shut up! I'm tired. I've had enough of you guys. I hate myself for allowing myself to be a victim of your messed up ideas of making women an ultimate achievement in life. How can I allow myself to be misled by a thick-headed person like you times? Yeah, you come boasting, saying you are strengthening my family. My family is falling apart because of your messed up ideas of having more than one woman.
Now, stressed by a woman. Kandi, how do you guys deal with your women, eh? You make it as if We are here for women, whereas women are here for us. Mina, I don't worry over a woman. She worries over me.
You are just a breathing, moving, capable of talking penile, huge heap of waste.
McGregor, put
You
that thing
shut
up.
up! Your multiple personality disorder, shut up! Do you even know who you are? Shut up!
You really feel powerful with that thing in your hand.
Hey, McGregor, you look fine. When you murder us.
Don't push me.
But can you really kill someone? Eh?
This is some day. We are held at gunpoint by McGregor.
Oh gosh, the time.
No, what? What? He took it out and he cocked it. So why doesn't he just shoot us?
That I went around with other women. Didn't mean that you, of all men, should go into my home and do what you did. What kind of a friend are you? Did it really make you feel like a man? Sticking your messed up child fucking dick into my woman. Did it really make you feel like a man?
I tried to warn you that your woman was ready to be taken by any other man. But did you listen? No.
Oh gosh,
Your ears were blocked by the cries of some youthful screaming ovaries.
oh gosh, the times.
She's the love of my life.
McGregor, wait. McGregor, listen.
Plaza, get out of the way.
No, I won't.
Get out of the way.
Was that meant to scare me?
Plaza, Sugi.
Well, it didn't work.
Plaza.
Just shoot
Plaza.
me. Shoot me. In fact, you'll be doing a huge favor to me. Just shoot me. Stop putting this thing on my face. Damn. What a bunch of pathetic human beings. All this time we thought we had it all, but we had nothing. You guys came here to give life to me because I've tried to kill myself twice. Now I feel like I've died 3 times with you guys around me. Why don't we just sit down and look what is really eating us? I hate myself for being the 3 of you. And you, Zero, I've been you, Zero, every time I've been with you. And you, McGregor, trying to live your yappy, high-flying, pretentious life. When other times I'm sakulunga. This thing of sleeping with your children, making them your woman, and even one of them is even pregnant. What do you call that? Huh? Do you know how many times the thought of sleeping with a child have crossed my mind because of what you are doing? But for what kind of dirty behavior is this? One hand we post about how many women have slept with. On the other hand, we beat them, kill them, and end up killing ourselves. I miss my baby.
Why is there no alcohol here?
I wonder why don't you just die for once?
Says death itself.
It's fine, I'm dead. But you are alive, but already buried. And now we're having an after-tears party after your funeral. Just wake up and smell the blood that you have spilled and the pain that is around you.
Angfuni.
Bafowethu, why is it so hard to admit that we are in pain? I don't know about you guys, but for me, going out with many women was nothing but to hide my pain and end up causing more pain in the process. I'm in pain, and my wife is in pain. This feeling, Bafowethu, is hard to live with. All I ever wanted was to be like my father, who lived and worked for his family. And then I met you guys, and you taught me that having one girlfriend was like being a muhu, is shiman. I did not want to look like a mama's baby. And then I went out with as many women as I could and broke their hearts, all in the name of trying to be a man. Ngapha wena times, now with Plaza Nyonyobela umfazi wami, sneaking behind me and sleeping with my wife. Tell me guys, how am I going to wash off yours and my stinking filth? We may not want to admit, but we are messed up, gents. Who said words don't hurt like stick and stones? I have never laid a hand on my wife, but I've hurt her with the terrible things I've said to her. I'm in pain, and my wife is in pain. And what's more painful, before you want to finish her off with your last, when I'm holding my wife, it's like I'm holding dead bones. Her love for me is slowly seeping away, and she's being hardened and crystallized. Part of me is dying, bafowethu. Part of me is dying. I need a drink, chance. I need a drink, chance.
You're not the only one.
I need a drink, bafowethu. I need a drink.
Oh,
I don't believe this.
Chance. Kahle, Makreka.
I really don't believe this.
Chance, put that thing down.
You slept with my wife, and now you're trying to kill me.
Oh, kahle, Makreka.
No! He fucked my wife. I should have killed him first. It's true when they say when you pull out a gun, use it, don't talk.
Makreka.
Look what is happening now.
Makreka, just, Chance, please, put that thing down, please. Please, Chance. Please.
I can't take it anymore. He doesn't doing his enzyme. I feel like footprints on sand, blown particle by winds of destruction. My soul is evaporating, burnt by the fires of guilt. The shadows on the sides of my dignity suffer exposure, revealing the skeletons under my veneer encasement. The God is dug in deep by tears into the cheeks of my woman. I can't take this anymore. I knew what was right, but I didn't do it. A man with twisted morals like me doesn't deserve to be alive. I better kill myself. I'm tired of pretending that I'm happy, and yet I'm not.
Chance, please, just...
No, you don't understand, Blas. You can't imagine what I've done. I took my child and turned her into a woman. Who does that? I mean, this is a child I brought into this world. I take her and I sleep with her. I took my girls so that they can come and stay with me. Took them by force from their mothers, saying that I don't want them to be exposed to the men that live with their mothers. With friends like Zero, I snap my fingers and my orders are carried out. The mothers of my children lived in fear of him. The whole community lived in fear of me and him. We rained terror unto them. I don't know how many times I said I love you to a woman, and yet I needed the love myself. I demanded respect, and yet I didn't have any for myself. I was taught it somewhere between lunchtime and home, taxi rank and home, Shibin and home, you guys and me. But I lost it. The screaming cries of Ndomgaisa, my daughter, her tears have crystallized in my heart, turned to metal pieces, tearing it apart. Her muffled screams, they suffocate my brain.
McGregor.
Yes, Chance.
Zero.
Eta,
I'm here, Chance.
I'm alive, gents. Yes, I'm alive. I'm alive, gents.
Chance, it's okay, Chance. Come here. Boss, Chance.
Gents, I'm alive.
what's going on here, man? Why am I facing my reality so dead on in the face? I've had to shed blood to protect those I love. Men don't cry, I was told. I've had to muffle my pain with feelings of steel. Now I wish I never came here. You guys piss me off with this whole I feel pain attitude.
Great of you because you don't feel.
Who would protect my sisters if I became all soft inside? I have to be brutal to protect those I love. You know, sometimes I wonder, was I ever caressed as a child? Was I ever tickled? How did I turn out to be like this? Gentle touches and kisses that stroked my infantile body lie dead and frozen in my subconsciousness. At times, amanye times angiringa nawe mfethu ngiphendule. Gents, what's going on here, man? Come on, man, gents, let's stop this stupidity. Let's play some music, get some drinks, man. It feels strange just being here, watchful and wide awake when we should be watchful and yet in emotional slumber. Aman mfethu kwenzakalani lana? There's no one going to answer me. For tech, you guys have gone on soft, man. For God's sake, Jens, you can't force me to feel. I'm not supposed to feel. Though my breath was bloody, I was taught to spill it. In this world, you only acquire a right to a right by force. From the gentle embraces of my mother's arms, I landed onto this harsh world, tearing my skin while jumping fences, squeezing through corrugated iron, lashed at school and in juvenile courts, and all this without a fickle trickle of a tear. I've always held my own, and I'm not prepared to what it never gave me. It's as simple as that. Garbage in, garbage out. You know, I feel wasted, man. I feel like waste. I've been wasted. I'm a wasted soul. No wonder many of my buddies' youthful bodies lie 6 feet underground as food for the worms. Because that's what we are. Waste. Good enough to fertilize the cemetery soil and feed the wild grass that grows vigorously on the grave. You know, gents, I feel buried. You can sit here and look at me as if I'm the worst of your nightmares. But I'm merely a manifestation of all your vices and horrors. In different degrees, we all contribute to the moral, social, and spiritual wastage of ourselves. When I mutilate skin and flesh, blood flows around. You mutilate souls and spirits wander. I've led many to an untimely death. Now I'm heavy with their load. But where to from here? This gives new meaning to Zero the hero. Zero my hero, Zero your hero. I've been on a quest for zero positive effect. I'm shivering, mafowethu.
I need something more.
What?
I don't know, let me tell you something.
Chula boy, chula boy. Chula boy. You know what is so scary about Fetu? If I had this gun, I could have shot him up here and shot myself. Today has been a day of removing the veil that has been covering the pleasures of being human. Today we came out of the veil of self-deception that were too black and too strong to feel pain and to cry. Today we've removed the veil that has been covering many wounds that we need to heal. Today we know that behind the veil of our honor, we have caused mental and physical pain to women and children in our lives. Today, bafowethu, our own bafowethu is as fragile and transparent as glass. Today we look through the glass of our own against our false joys and discovered our pain. Before, we were men in our bodies, but boys in our minds. Bafowethu namhlanje silususile ujwabu lengqondo. We've removed the false skin of the mind. Today we can go and explore the pleasures of experiencing our new manhood. And most importantly, today we've discovered that we are human beings first and men after. We all, every one of us, have to come home again. We all, every one of us, have to come home again. We all, every one of us, every one of us, have to come to terms with who we are. We all, every one of us, every one of us, know we human first and man afterwards. Sondelani, where my daughter, Gazilinha city, stop the violence. Masibambeni, Ikaza, nokuhlukunyezwa kwabafazi nezingane. We all, every one of us, have to come home again.